What I really love about drawing is its spontaneity for me. It's the idea that you can make drawings anywhere at any time with very limited means. I'm quite happy with a piece of paper and a pencil or a bottle of ink. And drawing is like the fundamental thing that produces ideas, if you like. It's the observation of the world around you, but it's also inwardly looking as well as externally looking, and producing work that is really the core of artistic production for me.
Why do I do what I'm doing? I draw because I need a proof of my existence. And that's what I believe I'm doing. By converting the life energy and the time when the energy is happening into material pigment of the line, I believe that I'm creating the almost tangible proof of me being alive at all.
I think for me it's the directness of drawing and the honesty that comes from drawing because it is so direct. And it's just a great way of getting down ideas very rapidly. I mean, I see myself as an artist before a curator, but one of the great things about curation, I think, is the chance to collaborate with other artists. 12 artists in the exhibition, and they were all chosen, I think, for their distinct personal vision. They're all Scottish. I think Scottish art is blossoming at the moment. And doing very well internationally. I mean, it's very nice to be or to have our exhibition next to, two other exhibitions of drawing, and I think there'll be an interesting relationship between the three.
The exhibition at the RMIT Gallery is called A Head in a Hive of Bees, and it's selected drawings that I've produced from 1974 to 2013, so it spans a very long period of my career. I also make paintings and objects and prints, but this exhibition focuses on the idea of drawing as a major core element in my practice.
So I designed or invented this series of 4 projects, which are called rooms, enclosing myself solo in the room without much of input. What I see, I'm always drawing what I see. I never draw from imagination. It's very important. I never work from imagination. I just observe and consciously draw what I see. When I'm in this cube, there is not so many things to look at, and I'm desperate for sensory information, which is very limited here. And that was this big experiment to see what happens, what will happen with my drawing.
My own work deals, I think, with dark tourism. I mean, I travelled to Germany to do the research and produced a number of works or drawings from life. The site Prora, which was a vast Nazi holiday camp. It was never completed, but it's an absolutely vast development that could take 26,000 people. They're fascinating sites, and I think the Germans had a real problem at the end of the Second World War because they obviously didn't want to face their past. So for 40 years, these buildings lay derelict. And since the 1990s, I think it shows that they've started to come to terms with their past because they've started opening them up again as tourist sites. So the Eagle's Nest is now a restaurant, and Prora is part of Prora anyway, is now a youth hostel again. So it's kind of come full circle.
Looking back at history is something that's very important to me. I often will research things and take inspiration from art of the past and art of many other cultures too. I think that's very important. Some of the large works, which are made up of multiple panels, which are small Japanese panels, sort of planned in a way, although a lot of the characters, a lot of the elements in them come from my automatic drawing, which is done rather spontaneously. They're very complex works, and they're heavily influenced in a technical way from Japanese, Korean and Chinese calligraphy. The things that have influenced me in my life, right from the age of about 15 or so, I always wanted to be a zoologist, but simultaneously I changed tack a little and wanted to become an artist. And the two things, the use of animal imagery is something that's very important and has been in my work right from that particular age and still exists. Also at the core of my work is data and surrealism, particularly surrealism as a way of thinking about the world rather than as an art movement, which I still think is relevant today.
So what's happening now? I'm in 5th day of the process. The room is slowly transforming from the bare black cube into the drawn reality. I hope that on the end of it I will be inhabiting my drawing, actually.
But I mean, drawing is a primordial act that links the mind to the hand, and it's something that we've always done, and it's something that children do sometimes even before they can talk, and therefore I think it will always be very relevant.
It's a great privilege to exhibit in RMIT Gallery.
RMIT is amazing. Nothing of this would happen if not the huge support and help from the gallery and the staff here. They are great. Actually, they have to put up with me, which is not easy. And I really like the context of Peter Ellis's exhibition. I like him. I like his work. I was introduced to the work about a year ago at Langford, and he's so whimsical, but also very human.